All right, welcome back for another game here. We're gonna have a VC TRAX versus Post Haste Gaming, and my name is Dosse. We're gonna have the guest of Fa here casting with me here. How are you doing, Fa?
I'm great. I just finished casting the other series with Beans, just ready for another series. Hopefully, it's going to be a great one. How are you doing, Doze, my man?
I'm doing good, man. It's Saturday. We're playing some HoN. We're watching some HoN. We're doing some good plays. We're doing some bad plays. It's all fine, man.
Yeah, that sounds great. All right, we'll just right out of the gate. We have Monarch, Nymphora. What's the last one coming up? Well, Monarch, Nymphora from Legion and Bushwick Flux. So pretty standard bands, I'd say. Anything that stands out for you?
I mean, not to really stand out. I think this is a common pattern, like it's starting to happen. Like Bushwhack or Flux is the, like two of the most picked heroes, I think, right now. If you got first pick, you either pick Bushwhack or Flux, and if you're second pick, you ban them basically, almost.
I agree. Yeah, that's kind of how the synergy, or not synergy, how the
So those two bans always go when you're second pick.
Yeah, we have a scrap band coming out as well. It's not unusual, I'd say. It's still a very strong hero, but it's maybe not one of the first heroes that banned, but it makes sense. First pick the min Shaman coming out. What do you think is the idea behind this?
The method is a good hero. It's just it works offensive and defensive.
Yeah, definitely, and it also plays really well into this healer meta we have kind of currently. I'd say it's not like a full healer meta, but I definitely feel like if you pick enough heal heroes, it can be really hard to play against. If you pair like the meta with some of the heroes like a Soul Reaver or something, it's just really hard to play against in general.
I agree with you. And the good thing about the method is that I don't think a lot of people think about it, but it's always physical damage instead of magical. So you always have the like mix of damage. You're probably gonna have a medical hero with you, so you're gonna be like both magical and physical. So you just buy like a Westman won't really save you that much against the method.
Yeah, that's true. We have a response from the side of Post Haste Gaming with a Magnus Engineer. So I think that's kind of standard stuff coming out from what you got. He really likes those two heroes. They're really good together in lane. Apply a lot of pressure.
But I'm
just really easy to play together with the Magnus setup stuff with Engineer. So
I think it's one of the most strongest lane in in HoN right now, right?
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's definitely up there when it comes to also just how easy it is to you're always gonna have like a somewhat good lane. Like it doesn't really require that much practice to execute this lane, I'd say. So
yeah.
They are.
Who do you think is gonna be the last pick here? We see the method and Munra.
That's a good question. I think they can they can pick a lot of heroes here because I don't think they like necessarily have to pick like a position 3 or carry or something here. So they can either just decide to pick like Yango's hero. I assume it's Yango playing position 3, so they could pick like a. That's actually, I'm not entirely sure what they're gonna pick here. So I'm actually a bit unsure here if they're gonna go with something like a Self-Force or if they're gonna just pick a Soul Reaper. Actually, I would like the Soul Reaper here, I think. Because then they can ban the Self-Force in the next phase. They decide to go for the Torture pick. Yeah.
That's a bulky hero. He's not gonna swap. He's not gonna swap that Torture. We're gonna see a Plague Rider from the first ban and an Ophelia after the Plague Rider. That's common sense, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I feel like to some degree maybe what we got maybe should have waited with banning the Plague Rider until like the third ban or something. No, so it's maybe not so like obvious.
Yep.
Because but I think they recognize that Ophelia might be here, that they could have a challenging time to deal with. So it makes quite good sense that they decide to ban Ophelia here. I think that the side of Post Haste Gaming, they need some kind of carry. I assume it's Luis playing the carry for their team, so they probably want to play something like a Sapphire or a Calamity or a Master of Arms or something of this nature, because that's usually the type of heroes they play. So I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to pick some kind of frontline hero that can defend the backline carry, something like a Self-Force or a Jarasaya on the side of Post Haste Gaming, and then pair it up with a Calamity or Sapphire to like backline. I think the Ra here is also really strong. I think the Ra is just like a fantastic hero currently. It kind of surprised me by a little bit because I didn't really value the hero that much, but just kind of after like losing to that hero quite a few times, I just kind of start to realize that it's just the hero is just generally ends up having a lot of impact because he's not the hero you want to kind of invest too much time into shutting down. But I still feel like if you just like leave him alone and he farms like a Shaman's Helm, then you have a really hard time killing him throughout the game. Then you can like work towards a muck, and suddenly he's just sitting on like 500 plus GPM, and he actually poses like a serious threat. So.
Yeah, especially after the Nullfire nerf.
Yeah.
I think the Nullfire nerf really helped him a lot because like 99% of the games you always bought Nullfire, and it's a direct counter to Amun-Ra.
Yeah, his ultimate it definitely fucks his it definitely messes with his ultimate's power. But I will say though that also there's a lot of subtle changes that has made Amun-Ra better. The Nullfire being nerfed. The protective charm definitely helps him because it's like an early item you can buy that makes him stronger early on. The muck getting buffed with the evasion because it's a hero item you kind of want to buy in this hero, and I feel like the 15% evasion is pretty strong actually on this hero because you don't really buy evasion otherwise. And also the helm building into Oblivion Hammer in the late game, so he just has a lot of like things that just kind of work well for him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We see the Malman and Gladiator as the final bans.
So we actually have a Soul Reaper Pearl coming out here.
I feel like Soul Reaper should be good against Amun-Ra, right? Because like you stack up so much health on the Amun-Ra, but your W removes 1% of your HP per second.
Yeah.
It's gonna be quite a lot. Like when he has 3k, that's what is it, like 300 damage per second or something? No.
Yeah, I think it also just generally comes down to the fact that when you're playing against an Amun-Ra, you need to have a hero that has really good sustain, because I feel like Amun-Ra is a hero that excels against heroes that have very little sustain. If he has like a support with him where they can kind of continuously just harass you and you don't have any way to like stay at high HP, Amun-Ra just kind of has like an infinite amount of mana from his Path of Destruction to harass you with, so Soul Reaper kind of can sort of alleviate a little bit of this pressure by just constantly healing up with Judgment and then like recovering his mana with his Inhuman Nature. So yeah, I will say that's a pretty sensible pick in this particular game. Right.
So what do you think are gonna be the last pick here on Hellborn's side?
Jeremiah. 1 second, I took off.
Yeah, that could be a viable pick, I would think. I see that he's shadow picking the Hag, but I don't see Hag fitting really here.
No, I think
they need some physical, right? There are a lot of medical right now.
Yeah, they probably need some hero. They could actually go with a lot of different heroes. They could actually just go with something like Calamity, even, or Corrupted Disciple, or they decide to go with the Hag here. I'm not sure I like necessarily love the Hag here. I feel like I mean, Hag is always good, and they do not have that many disables on the side of Legion. They do have a Devour, which is somewhat annoying to play against as a Hag.
Yeah, I would rather see like some really like beefy guy here.
I'm actually predicting that it's going to be Devoured top with Torture, and then Amun-Ra Demented bot, and then like Hellbringer mid lane or something like this. And then they're going to lane the Hag mid against the Hellbringer, and they're going to run the Soul Reaper top with the Pearl, and they're going to run Magnus Engineer at long lane. Yeah, that's these lanes work somewhat obvious. So
Torch is gonna ward the top rune, or what are we gonna call it? And Pearl is gonna run for the lane over here.
Okay.
He puts it pretty far up, don't you think?
Which one?
The Pearl one, the Ross. He placed it a little bit more above the lane, I would say, that you normally do. I kind of like it, because then it's hard to predict where he's gonna counter with it from.
You meant like you said they put it further down, or what?
Towards the Legion Tower.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think like if you put it a bit too far down, it's very usual for good supports or just supports in general to put a red ward in that area. And this ward still gives you kind of the vision you want to have, because I definitely feel like you want to be able to know exactly where your opponents are positioned when they start pulling. And also against like something like a Devour, it's kind of sort of crucial to know if he's sitting in the trees, like ready to hook you. So I think the ward just makes laning a lot better. And the side of, I suppose, the long lane, they are very kind of interested in knowing if the hack or any other hero for that matter decides to start making rotations towards the top lane, because they are pretty far from home when they're on the long lane. So I think warding for rotation rather than warding for the lane is pretty smart in general when you're on the long lane.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually walk back if it's like the mid laner starts rotating towards your lane. Yeah.
Do you think
who do you think is favored on the long lane, on the top lane here?
I think it's hard to know. I think if Devil gets a really good hook, like early level 2 or even level 1, I think they have the upper hand. But I think if they play with passive, I think that Solarpick gonna get like level 3 and it's gonna be like quite hard to kill.
You actually got no Samus on the side of Torture. Is that the... Oh, that was a really good stun into Hook here? Yeah. Is it a first blood coming out? Or no, I think it's fine, probably.
I think it's fine. Hulk is looking a bit in the danger though.
Oh, they are actually doing a lot of return pressure here. I think these early sort of skirmishes before
So we're cutting out there. We're gonna see our first blood here on the Bandit Shaman. And he's gonna get stunned.
Oh no, he missed
a gig!
Oh.
That's so unfortunate. I don't think he saw that Magnus had the stun, so he tossed it at the same time as Magnus.
Well, yeah, I think that's what happened. But well, the Magnus did stun before he used his keg, but I think maybe the reaction was a bit late from the engineer. But they still managed to get both kills, so it's still a pretty decent lane.
I think it was okay, because the Angie was like no mana, no HP. I think you rather die there than buying sustain.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's back on the lane with full HP, full mana. Now they can go again.
He decides to go for a Soul Trap here, his first item. What do you think about that? Do you think that's... I mean, it definitely helps him to kind of get the extra damage they need to kill heroes. So I don't hate it necessarily. I don't think it's necessarily the only route, like, line of play you can go, but I'm not, like, hating this item choice. So.
I think you rather want boots here, because of the demented. And also Amura, you just want to run away from them, right?
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, I think like it's really hard to dodge this stun, at least if you have no boots. But at the same time, with the Soul Trap, they really can just kill people from full HP, honestly. So they kind of need that extra damage against the Demented with his healing wave and Unbreakable. I'm kind of curious to see how it works out. It's quite unusual, but it might be something that kind of catches them off guard, I think.
And meanwhile, in mid, we're gonna see a 10-2 crit kills for the Hellbringer, and 13-4 for the Hag. So he's pretty fair, I would say. Hag has a small upper hand, but yeah, I think that's how it should be. I think Hag has a little bit easier to less it, right?
So the Hag decided to go for HoN at level 1, as opposed to just skilling his Sonic Scream at level 1 and 3. Do you think it's like it's like useful in this particular lane to go for the HoN here?
Nah, I would rather just consider the blink. I don't think you really need the Q here.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the HoN is something you can actually get a lot of value out of here, because you're not the aggressor against the Hellbringer. I feel like Hellbringer is always going to have the damage advantage against you with his demonic wave spam. So I think you're better off just trying to harass while trading CS with your Sonic. Oh, he actually jumps forward here for an aggressive play here. This might actually end up costing him if the Hellbringer can actually harass him and line up a demonic wave here. Oh, you have a little... Okay, actually... I
think that's fine. Yes, okay. That's fine.
Sorry. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understood that line of play though, because then he puts himself in like a line of danger. Now he has no way to. He needs basically just to sit back for the next 15 seconds because he went for this play.
He's not gonna get bot rune as well. I think he's gonna go back to home here.
They're both running for the. They're both running for the bot rune, and the torturers came at the top rune. So.
Yeah.
Oh, They killed the. Do you think he could have killed him if he was patient at Hellbringer to like wait for him to? Maybe it was a bit of a risk to sit on the high ground and wait for him to show and just to use your. I think he's kind of okay as well with the Hag having to run all the way back to base while he can just sit and chill here.
Because now Janko, I mean Hellbringer, he's gonna be close to 6. When Hellbringer gets 6, I think Hag Like Hellbringer needs to misplay a lot for him to kill him. Like I think can't really touch Hellbringer when he has ulti up.
But I still think it might be challenging for the Hellbringer to kill the Hag even with his ultimate, because I feel like as long as Hag is playing somewhat cautiously, as soon as the Hellbringer drops his ulti, you just blink you blink the way out of there.
Yeah, but also the thing is when I usually play Hellbringer against like a Hag, for example, you use your spells, you run up to the Hag. If you stand on top of him, you're gonna have the range to ulti like when a TP is away. So if you properly position yourself, we're gonna see top lane here though. We're gonna see Dev getting low. He's gonna hook the Soul Reaper into the tower. Are they gonna get a kill here? Volca is a bit of a danger. He's gonna use the Q on Soul Reaper here.
Oh, that was a really... They might actually end up getting both kills here on the side of Legion here. That was a really, really good turnaround. That almost seemed like it was going really, really south for the side of TRAX. But they actually managed to net a double kill from this kill transaction. So that was a nice stun coming out from Volca there, which landed them a double kill. We have a turnaround on the bottom lane coming up from the Amon-Ra after being engaged on.
We're gonna see if Torture is his TPing bot here. He's gonna try to find a kill here. Oh, did they see him walk there? They did it, right? Yeah, they did.
I'm not sure. They probably know, since the Devourer is sitting by himself top, that there's some danger looming. They don't have any wards to scout him out, so...
Ramos might be in the trouble here. He's gonna go for the rune. He's gonna get a DD.
I think he's gonna go get it. He's just gonna take it and run off. That makes pretty good sense.
You're running
into Torture here.
Oh,
I'm not sure that... Okay, he has boots. The Torture has no boots. He'll be fine. That was actually good then.
Yeah, but he got cancelled the HP pot and a mana pot, so now I use the power supply, I guess. Devil is gonna sit mid with the Rot though. He's gonna try to get a hook on the Hag here.
Oh, do you think he's gonna be able to land it? I have a feeling he's gonna get it. Oh, he didn't.
Oh no! Why don't they ulti on Hellbringer and then hook? It's just a free ulti, right?
Yeah. Well, but there's also one thing you have to keep in mind is that Sigma, he actually likes generally to skill his decay a lot when he's playing Devourer, and with the nerf to the hook, his hook has a very short range.
I see that now.
His hook is only currently at a 1,000 range, which is makes it pretty challenging to land a hook.
He went at bot lane. They went on the Torture, but he's gonna play a bit passive. Hag is gonna come here near. They're gonna set up here. Are they gonna go on the Amon-Ra, or who are they gonna? Yeah, they are. Hag ulti here and Solar Scream. They're gonna hit both. That's a really good Keg, and they're gonna kill the Torture. They're not gonna go for the Amon-Ra. They see the TPs. Oh, he missed the hook.
Oh, they might turn around on him here. Oh, here comes a big Hellbringer ultimate into the Devourer ulti that gets cancelled. Hag was stuns in. Goes down to the Rut. The Torture can't save him.
And meanwhile, Solar Priest is farming top. Like that's when these fights happen, they were playing 4 vs 5 bot basically, and they come out equally, but at the same time, the Solar Priest is farming top.
Yeah. So in these types of situations where the game kind of doesn't stale necessarily, but where it's like they're just trading back and forth. Who do you think favors from this in the long run? Like when it comes down to like in the later stages of the game, who's we have the Devourer gang coming out here. You missed the hook.
I would like to say that the Legion has a bit of an upper hand because of the Malphas. They have Amon-Ra who gets stronger. They also have the hook, which is like the hook can always change a game. You hit one hook and you change the entire game almost sometimes.
Yeah. So I can see the Ra actually starting to skill his Q more than his Ashes to Ashes. Isn't that quite unusual?
I don't think it's anymore because you get the same HP rig from both spells. You just get more damage when you spec Q. And I don't think he's looking for sustained damage. I think he's looking for the burst damage.
I'm talking about... Okay, fair enough. Sorry, you're right. That makes sense. Okay. But you get more health from the Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah, you're actually right. I thought it was the same. It is the same though, right?
Oh wait, I didn't even know that your path to destruction gives you HP regen. Sorry, I'm just wait. All 3 spells give you HP regen?
Yeah. So what it used to be is that it was only HP reg on the E, but they changed it to like it's same on all spells.
I had no idea about this.
Oh really? Okay, I think they did that in chat of HoN, I think.
It's probably a long time ago. I had no idea that this was the case. That just shows how little I know about this hero. I mean, I knew that he had HP regen on his Ashes to Ashes at one point, but okay. Now he just has his HP regen on all 3 spells. That makes sense. Okay, so I guess there's no reason not to skill his Path of Destruction now.
Yeah, I think maxing the Q is the way to go if you need the burst, right? If you need some sort of sustained damage, I think the E is the way to go because you get more damage the more you like man up.
Yeah, and I think also if you're like jungling, I mean, to be fair,
top lane here. That was gonna get jumped here. Oh, they're gonna ult on the Devourer. He's gonna die.
Can he get another kill here on the Torture?
I don't think they are. No, they're gonna go back. They
might have been able to if the hack decided to proceed with it, but I think Torture probably could have just turned around and stunned him.
Invis,
I think it's fine not to.
Bot here.
I think it's fine not to try to pursue that kill and just defend your mid tower. So, hack is.
Okay, so what items would you see on the Soul Reaper and the Hag? Oh, meanwhile the top laner diving the Torture here. They're gonna put a lot of pressure on the tower. They're gonna TP in from the Legion 2 players. Are they gonna hit the hook here? They hit the Malfa ulti. Oh, and they're spreading out. They're not gonna get anyone. Oh, that's so unfortunate for the Legion. And he hooks a creep.
I will say though, I mean, I do agree that obviously the Decay has kind of more sustained damage potential, but it does feel like sometimes they're being a bit limited by the fact that Devour's opting to not level his ultimate, his hook a whole lot. So he's kind of struggling in the range department a little bit. He's going for a gank here on the hack mid. He actually is able to connect his hook and gets a smoke kill on the hack here, and that's really nice.
Yeah, this is the power of the Devour, man. You just kill people, regardless. If you have a bad game or a good game, you kill people.
Yeah, especially if you... And you know, even like, it wasn't even like a very clear angle. He just kind of knew how the hook sometimes can sort of... How the heroes have like a larger kind of... how to say... some...
Another bot lane here? Oh, they were going for the Torture, but they decided to go back.
Sorry, I was about to say that the heroes have like a larger hitbox, so sometimes you can land a hook on a hero around creeps, essentially, so...
Sorry to cut you off again, but they're gonna go on Torture. They're not gonna get the kill because of the K from the Menamented. Yeah, they're just gonna get 2 kills here for nothing because of the decay. The Menamented, you try to go on the with a Demented, and they're just... The enemies are
a big trouble, or he was able to juke the Soul Reaper. Very nicely played by Yango there, actually escaping death.
He escaped death and he got a tower.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate that the Soul Reaper wasn't able to connect with the kill there. It can be really challenging when the person is running around the trees just to make sure that you always kind of decide, or you know, choosing the correct route as the other players choosing. So. And they're not that, like, they're 2,000. That's a nice initiation. We have a Soul Reaper smoked up, ready to set up a mid fight here. Ra is just chilling up to 430 GPM. I feel like this Ra is gonna have a pretty good game soon. If he can finish off, like, I think he's going farming towards his shamans now. The jungle is, you know, he's finishing his helm or shamans. Oh, he already has the shaman, sorry. And he's working towards his helm, okay. And he's gonna clear a triple stack here. Yeah, he's gonna have a really good game once he finishes his helm and can start working towards his muck. Then he's gonna be a pretty big issue for the side of Hellborn. Looking at the engineer, he's sitting at a comfortable 350 GPM, so he's actually having a decent game as well, all things considered. So some of it is invested into the Soul Trap, which has currently 0 charges. The Devour's trying to gank him again with a smoke. He's gonna try to go for a hook here. He hooks the Malphas back, trying to prevent this Malphas from dying. I think that's a really...
Yeah, he saved the Malphas. It gives him 100 gold, so that's a really good hook.
Yeah. You have to consider that Malphas, I think that it's a reference to... It does seem like it's a reference to the... What are they called in Lord of the Rings? Oh, sorry, and there's a... The Torture is being initiated by the Soul Reaper on top lane. What are the big fiery guys in Lord of the Rings called?
Balrog.
Balrog. I do feel like it kind of resembles a Balrog, and they're pretty scary things. So I feel like they realize that they have to make sure that this Balrog doesn't die. So and now he's rotating into the jungle with it. So this Balrog is about to bring vengeance down in this Antwerp camp. So
meanwhile, they're gonna get a bot tower here on the Legion. Now we're seeing a almost a 5k lead from the Legion side.
Yeah, and the 500 GPM Amon Ra. I don't think they're gonna be able to kill this Ra in a long while. So.
Yeah, but also I don't think you underestimate the Soul Reaper. I think actually Soul Reaper is a really good hero against Amon Ra.
I do agree with you, but he's currently only at 400 GPM, so I'm not sure he's equipped to deal with a Ra that's going to be coming out with a muck in 6 minutes or so.
Maybe 6. Yeah,
maybe he's at 1100 gold, so he needs, how much does he need? It's like, how much does it cost? He needs 3,700 gold.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe it's going to be a bit more than 6 minutes.
If you watch at mid lane here, you see a lot of rewards. See 4 rewards from the Hellborn side. Trying to get that reward, but they are not.
Maybe 6 minutes or so, reasonable. Yeah. Starting with basic math.
What do you want to see with Soul Reaper? What item would you want to see here?
Soul Reaper. Well, I feel like it's really normal to buy gnomes on Soul Reaper in general because it just works really well for the hero. You need you kind of want to build your investments into something. So even though he already bought an Energizer, it might be a little late, but I still think you always have to buy gnomes on this hero. I don't know if Heck might be the one buying it. They're looking to defend their mid tower right now. I feel like the side of Legion have so much power right now. Oh, they're actually gonna initiate onto Torture here. And he's gonna not go down because he's being killed over a big hack ultimate coming out.
Oh, that's a really good Magnus ulti. And Amura's gonna go completely alone here.
And the Devourer is coming with a smoke from the top lane. He's gonna try to go for a hook. He misses the hook. And the Amon Ra goes down as well. That's a big 4-0 exchange here coming out from the side of Post Haste Gaming, bringing them right back into this game.
That was really good. I don't know if he catched that, but Magnus went on the Hellbringer demanded in the background and just stunned ulti.
Yeah, I saw that was insane eruption coming out there.
Yeah.
Combined with the hack ulti. And even though they aren't like 1,000 gold behind, you have to consider the fact that they still have to clear the tower bottom lane and the tower middle lane. So in terms of net worth, I'd say, the game is quite even, more or less. That's another way to say it.
But also, I think sorry, yeah?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I said that, Devil wasn't really there. I think that was just a bad team fight for the Legion. If Devil was there, I think the fight might have looked a bit different.
Yeah. He just showed up a little bit too late. Maybe they had some miscommunication as to if they're going to fight or not. I felt like it really seemed like they were really eager to fight with the Torture being so up far front. So, so the hag chose to go for the gnomes here, meaning that it probably wouldn't be sensible for the Soul Reaper to go for gnomes as well. So he just went straight for light brand. I assume that he's going to go for a Grimoire. That seems the most reasonable to me. I do know that people like Dawnbringer as well, but I think you probably personally, I think I would much rather like a Grimoire here, but that's just me.
I think Grimoire is good, but I don't think you go Grimoire instantly. I would rather see a barrier here. I would rather see some team fighting, because when he has Grimoire, he's not going to be that much stronger, I don't think. Like, I
think Grimoire's insane this hero. Especially, I don't think he can go Dawnbringer because he already bought like a lot of moon speed, and I think I don't know. I would be fine with Grimoire here. That's just me personally.
Yeah, I hope he goes Grimoire, but I don't think he goes Grimoire instantly. I think he's going to go the
Shrunken maybe.
Barrier. I would rather see.
Okay. Barrier. Yeah, perhaps. I do. Yeah, Barrier might be a good option here. I do think he's going to finish the Grimoire, but yeah, maybe you're right. The Barrier might be the better call here. Just to kind of try to. Oh, they're actually committing to this Ra, even though his ultimate up. No, he doesn't. He does have ultimate up. Okay. It's a little bit interesting that they decided to commit to this Ra. Wait, they might actually be able to turn around.
Yeah.
Are they though? Because even though he's.
But look at the damage from W. He's not healing at all on the Amon Ra because of the Soul Reaper W.
Yeah, but they're still not able to.
They are not.
Catch him because he's just running around the corner, and they are being dove on the bottom lane the Devourer lands a big hook and gets the Pearl. Now the Engineer is trying to compensate by jumping in. Is this gonna? No, he looks to be okay at the end. Unless the Devourer who's smoked up will be able to connect yet another hook. Will he be able to connect a hook here? And
no, the keg.
Creep. That was
He kegged the creep. That looks
okay,
funny.
TV's out. Okay, so Soul Reaper.
We gotta see how Magma's gonna get the PK here. Do you think he's gonna go for the Alchemist Bones? We saw that the earlier game, right?
I will let out a small truck. No, it doesn't work. Sigh if he goes for an Alchemist here. So
yeah, I think that's gonna be a PK, man. I think I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the game is gonna be a bit more calm now since Legion can't really play that active as they thought they could. It's I think it's now it's 8 minutes after we said it because it was like 13 minutes, 7 minutes then. So and he's not really that close to his mock still.
That death on the middle link definitely slowed down his farm. He went from being 500 GPM at the 15-minute mark suddenly to being 470. So instead of accelerating his farm, it just kind of slowed down. Yep. And the Soul Reaper just completely ignored my words and decided to go for a Searing Light, meaning that he's probably going to work towards a Dawnbringer, which I don't hate it because I actually do think Dawnbringer on Soul Reaper is really good. If you have complete free farm in this hero, I think Dawnbringer is insanely powerful in this hero.
Yeah, but also they give more reduced cooldown reduction. It's so
really good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's also that's really good.
It is.
The Hellbringer finished his staff, and he's going to start working towards a Restoration Stone, would be my guess. He's farming a comfortable 460 GPM with actually pretty good GPM considering he has a 0-1-2 score.
I think the Legion thinks that the Hellborn is
Concord?
On the one. Yeah, I mean the ultimate bot they're smoking into the Concord pit here, right? They're going.
They do have a ward on the top lane that didn't track anyone, but no, it doesn't seem like they're running into they're gonna find this over here.
Oh, he misses the hook. He misses the hook and ulti.
And will get his ultimate off. The Devourer is almost dead. Here comes the Engineer. Here comes a big Hellbringer ultimate. Things are flying everywhere. Magma's form is fun. That big 3-man kick. And Soul Reaper is chasing down the Devourer. Devourer is gonna go down, and they're cleaning up the support heroes on the back line. And the two Balrogs are chasing down the Hag. Hag blinks up, Magma's blinks in, and the Mended Shaman is almost about to go down. The Balrogs are hiding in the corner. Rigid Hag is going up against the Hellbringer, who goes down as well. Picks up a Haze Rune.
Well, it's happening things all over the place, so we're having an active game here. Well, it's happening like in the jungle, in the mid, like in the so many fights everywhere, man. And now the game it's almost equal in the gold right now. But I think that the Hellborn has an upper hand. Like you said, the Legion got more towers, so like they have more gold on the map. They can bring.
I honestly think, like, obviously it makes sense, but I think it does start to feel like Hellborn will be more fitted to go into the late game here. Because the Hag is almost finishing his Grimoire, which is like such a big power spike for that hero. The Soul Reaper is either going to finish as Dawnbringer or just go straight for Shrunken here. The Ra is going to have the Muck, but I don't feel like that's going to have such a big impact when you're going to be up against such a spellcaster heavy lineup anymore. Like, he's not going to be like that scary. I feel like they're maybe overly forcing that fight. I was a little bit caught off guard by that.
I think he's.
You guys just said that.
so friendly banter here, man.
Well, he's getting a lot of runes here.
You think we're gonna see a BKB on the Soul Reaper? He bought a Warhammer. Yeah, that's a BKB on the Soul Reaper. Yeah,
they're gonna work towards the Concord here. He smokes up, and the Engineer, I suppose he wants to.
He wants to ruin, man.
Why did he smoke up for that? I thought he was maybe gonna go place a ward or something.
Yeah, but also he got like 70 gold from the rune, so maybe it's almost worth it. Now we got 2 runes for it, man.
But did he need to smoke to take the rune, though? I suppose maybe it would be a little bit of extra protection, so he wouldn't get killed as he went there. So it seems like the Legion side, they are either careless or unaware that the Hellborn team is doing the big monkey. So
yeah.
So the gold lead has completely equalized. We're down to a 24 gold lead, meaning that.
I also think that Angie got his last piece for the staff, or does he need another piece? I think he might need a 700 gold and then got the staff.
I think so. Maybe he needs a bit more because he also has a tablet. So I think he needs like one item more. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
I think he needs one more piece. Would be my.
Yeah, and they're gonna get
dollars. So I think once the Soul Reaper finishes his Dawnbringer and has a Shrunken, it's going to be really difficult for the Hellborn team to fight up against the Hellborn team, because they are primarily still magic damage from BC TRAX, and the Shrunken is kind of fully negate that for the 7 seconds that is active. So.
He sold his Westmant for the BKB. Don't you think he should have sold the Chalice instead of the... Like, does he even need a Chalice at this point as a Soul Reaper? Your E gives you so much mana.
Yeah, maybe I would have just sold it. Yeah, Chalice, probably I would have sold the power supply or the Chalice.
I still feel like they should buy Barrier. That would make that Engineer, Magus, and Pearl, they don't really just die. Like, they can be in the fight. Like, Angie surviving is really good because of the Mine, the Turret, the Keg, also the Magnus and the Pearl.
I like the Shrunken a bit more personally, because I feel like Soul Reaper's role at the end of the day is to be a carry, and I feel like he needs Shrunken so he can like... in my opinion, he shouldn't necessarily play that much first team. Sorry, just a second. Sorry, he should play for his team rather than for himself rather than his team. So
yeah, but I mean, the BKB 100%. But I think he should have sold the Chalice, bought the BKB, and then proceed to buy the Barrier after that.
Don't you think that's a bit overkill with like double? Maybe it's not. I just felt like if he just tanks up, like finishes his Dawnbringer, maybe buys like a.
The devil here in this, they're gonna jump. There's like Magma Sun and like Cake. Oh, the tablet from the mix. He's gonna survive here, right? Oh, he gets a hook with the engine.
He's gonna. Oh, the engine is gonna go down, and the Hag is dying. Hag fully.
The Hunt.
Ultimate. We have a 3-man stomp on the Magnus into a big judgment from the Soul Reaper and an ultimate. They're all going down. The Minish Shaman is trying to hide. He's running into the Ra just killed a hero and ran off. The Minish Shaman is currently escaping from the Soul Reaper.
Again on double. He's saving the
Devour bot back as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Ra went down to the Hag as well. All in all, it seems like it was the side of Hellborn that benefited more from this fight. And it's kind of just been like a continuous thing where they just seem to be winning the team fights every single time. So, like, whenever the side of Legion are not fighting and just kind of going for pickoffs, it seems that they're doing better. But every time they've been forcing these team fights, it's just been going in the way of the side of post-haste gaming. So.
Yeah, but I think also that, like, this is what we talk about, like Hag. I think Hag and Soul Reaper, they are like really strong in team fights.
Yeah.
Like, they have so much AoE. Like the Hag hit, I don't think he hit all 5, but he surely hit 4 at least, and he got full HP.
It just shows the power of Grimoire, that hero. How, as I said, it's such a big power spike in that hero, and it's also like the side of Legion. They don't really have that many continuous stuns. Like they do have a few, but they also have like how do I say it, preservation, the bubble from the Pearl that can kind of save the Hag from the initial burst, and then if she's able to get off her ultimate with the Grimoire activated, she's and hits like 2 or 3 heroes, like she's just right back to full HP, and then I think the side of Hellborn, they just win the game of attrition here with their like the longer the fight goes, I feel like they're just in the driver's seat by far, because once the effect of the Malphas kind of wears off, and they don't really have that much afterwards. I feel they don't have like high burst or continuous damage on the side of Legion. Like Ra sure he has a muck, but he's not like a humongous right clicker. He's mostly a hero that just kind of burns his opponents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so. I know what you mean. I know. We're gonna see the Dawnbringer gonna get finished on the Soul Reaper, and we also see that Hag is gonna buy the BKB. So I think the Hellborn, they just want to go in now. They want in. They want blood. They want death. They want the Legion to suffer.
I like the Dawnbringer here because I kind of noticed that the Soul Reaper is kind of getting kited quite a bit in the fights. Like the support's always is running away from him, even though he's like running at the speed of 520 moon speed. So
you tell me you're wrong?
Yeah, I'll retract my words. I think I mean I don't think the Grimoire would have been bad, but I think like just how to say I think it's fine for him to finish his Searing Light to finish the Dawnbringer. I'm considering what his next item should be, and I'm kind of almost thinking that a heart wouldn't be too bad here. Like if he gets a heart here, who can really kill him on the side of Legion?
Yeah, he just needs to survive the burst, because I mean, the damage from the Soul Reaper is the W in my eyes.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Like if you don't kill the Soul Reaper, his W will kill you all. Yeah. Look at the like hero damage. It's not that much, but also like Hag is all big damage leader as well. But I mean, like the W from the Soul Reaper is so much. They're gonna smoke up here from to the Legion Conqueror. They're gonna run in there. They're gonna run into the Devourer. Hag is flicking mags down from the. Oh, the RNG ult into all of the TPs, and they're gonna get all silent.
Hag ulti.
Halbringer's gonna die. Mech's gonna die.
They're getting run over here by the side of Post-Haste Gaming.
It's Piston and the Malphas against the world.
They just cleaned up 4 heroes, and we're gonna have a concede vote coming out here from. That was impressive. I did not expect the game to go in this way. That was extraordinarily well played from the side of Post-Haste Gaming, I gotta say.
Yeah, it was very like it was looking for the favor of the Legion, and then just like all of a sudden it's one battle and the swing is whoosh,
yeah. And the game I honestly gotta say that I feel like the Magnus like continues 3 to 4 next time.